today. How you doing, everybody? Good to see you. Kerry's having a little technical difficulties.
We're gonna
right
do her
now.
like that.
You're holding on to it, huh? Okay, cool.
I got my buddy Adam here. Where are you, Adam? Where are you live from right now?
I'm sitting right next to you.
Oh, you're right there. Wow. He's got his own separate camera though. Adam is in town filming, and hey, look who we got behind us. Baxter. We got 3 carnivores right now. Nope, he's out. You'll see him behind Adam's camera in a second. So, Adam, what are we doing right now?
Relaxing after a long day of filming.
Long day of filming. We're filming for the documentary Healing Humanity, Power of a Proper Human Diet. It's a beautiful day to film.
Absolutely.
So we're going to take some carnivore questions. Seems like there's some people jumping on here. If you guys have questions for us, shoot. Put a QQQ. Looks like we got Mr. Scootery here, 3 weeks in on carnivore. I have a nerve disorder since 1987. Is there any chance this will help me walk again?
Wow. Well, sorry you have that nerve disorder, but definitely it will give you the best chance to, I believe. Now, whether the outcome is that you will walk again, that's up to you and your individual situation and your body and how it heals. But carnivore is going to give you the best chance to repair that nerve damage.
100%. Yeah, I always like to answer, what would I do? I would do carnivore. I would eat the proper human diet, get rid of all the inflammation in your body, give your body the most nutrient dense food in the entire world, and that's the best you can do, right? Wish you well, though. Howdy, gentlemen. Oh, we got Nick Jennings. Hey, Nick, how's it going, buddy? Good evening, Kerry and Adam. Karen Harrington. We got Vicky. Hello from Connecticut. Watched Emma today. Beautiful. Oh, thank you.
I'm going to hold mine, too.
Lynn Tucker, Carnivore.
Get closer to you.
Oh, yes, we get the sound?
Yeah.
We got Lynn Tucker, Carnivore. We're all here. How did it go today? How did it go today, Adam?
Fantastic.
Yeah. We just got a really cool shot out in the woods over there with the sun coming down. We haven't previewed it yet officially on the computer, but I'm looking forward to see that. And we got our helper over there, Baxter. What is going on here? We had some New York strip steaks for lunch, reverse seared smoked steaks, and Baxter got a little taste of that, so he's pretty excited about that.
Absolutely.
What else we
got? Questions in the chat?
If you guys got any questions, throw them in the chat. We got Dana from Minnesota. Cam's dad. I'm trying to gain some weight back. 10 months in, went from 220 to 145. Wow. Eat a ton of red meat. I added a lot of fat. Any suggestions? Any suggestions?
Well, you can try fasting. That's what I would do. Try fasting and see how that goes. But really just let it take its time, let your body, just give your body time to do the healing and repairing process, and give yourself some grace and patience, and just keep on trucking.
We got Carney for Health. Hello from Western Australia. San Diego. Hey, Lynn Tucker Carnivore, what did you and Jim eat today? What'd you guys eat? Did you guys eat anything good? The universe is so amazing. My first day is on carnivore today. Is carnivore my first day on carnivore today.
Oh, awesome.
Adam's channel name is Carnivore Today, if you didn't know that. So I was meant to be. So thankful for your content. You're doing the world a great deed. Wish you nothing but the best with your documentary. Well, thank you so much. Hi from New Zealand.
What is Emma's channel?
Emma's channel is Carnivore Emma. What is that, right? I had to think.
Emma the Carnivore.
Emma the Carnivore. Emma the Carnivore. Sorry. She did a video today. Emma the Carnivore. I was confused for a second because Emma had a channel before that. She actually had 2 channels before that. There's a little trivia for you. She had one with the triplets. Question, who is Adam? What is your story?
Me, I'm Adam. My story is sorry, there's a bunch of mosquitoes around here and they're starting to come out like crazy. My story is I started the carnivore diet because of a vanity reason, an autoimmune condition called vitiligo. Not really vanity. I mean, it is sort of an issue and a problem, but it didn't hurt. So I started the carnivore diet to try to reverse that, and it did start to reverse. But in the process, it healed plantar fasciitis that I had for 2 years, super painful. Went away after the fifth day. I lost 80 pounds on the carnivore diet without trying to lose weight. Did no exercise during that time, and I basically got to a goal weight now. What else? Traumatic brain injury from 6 years ago. Prior to starting carnivore, I had cognition issues, I had balance issues, I had vertigo, I had motor tics, where my head would, sort of like somebody with Tourette syndrome, uncontrollably jerk, and I couldn't control that myself. And that residually happened over a 6 year period, and I was told that that was permanent brain damage. After roughly 5 to 6 months on the carnivore diet, all of that completely healed. So I started for something completely benign, seemingly, and it has solved a litany of other issues that I never expected would ever happen because the doctor said there's no cure for vitiligo. There's no, the brain damage was permanent. So that's just a little bit of my story. Thanks for asking.
That's awesome. That's just crazy. The more you think about it,
Yeah.
brain damage reversal, traumatic brain injury. Glenny, question. I had a doctor's appointment with my doctor. She sent a prescription for Crestor 10 mg. My lab results LD 230 and total is 300. I told her I don't want to take them, but she sent it anyways. Anyway, I don't know if that was a question or what. I'm not a doctor, so I don't give doctors advice on here, but I always just say if it were me. I can't say what I would say if it were me.
Right.
We'll have to censor myself. I was put on all sorts of statins in my 30s that I took for years and years. What I would say to my doctor if they well, actually when they're going to, because I actually went to see my doctor last week, and I'm sure I'm gonna get that call any minute now. I would tell them why should I be going on this statin? What is the evidence for it? And what's gonna happen if I take this statin religiously every single day? What are my outcomes gonna be? And what sort of side effects are there possibly with those things as well?
Hmm.
Lynn Tucker Carnivore had turkey and eggs worked out, and it's a New York state of mind for you and us. We're eating New Yorks right now. That's awesome. Lynn Tucker Carnivore and her husband Jim Ribeye Ranger.
Hmm.
They just met.
Oh, that's her husband.
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
they met Dr. Barry and Nisha. Uh, where was it? I think in Texas somewhere, San Antonio.
Nice.
Dr. Barry's been getting around. I just saw another video he did. I think this was older though, when he was in Las Vegas doing a speaking engagement. Hello from
Interesting.
Sparwood, British Columbia, Canada. Hello, hello. Adam, you look so much younger under Kerry's canopy. Well, there you go. We got some good lighting
Yeah.
up here. You see, it's
Yeah.
all the lighting, right?
It's all lighting.
It's all tricks. He's got makeup and lighting on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can anyone tell me with the gallbladder removed, carnivore lifestyle will be fine, right? Well, I can tell you. I have no gallbladder. My wife Jen has no gallbladder, and I've personally talked to probably hundreds of people that have no gallbladder and they're carnivores and they're thriving. I've been eating nothing but beef, butter, bacon, eggs with not a single cheat day for over a year now. I have no gallbladder and I've been just fine.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Beef, butter, bacon, eggs.
Yeah. Lately, just beef. No bacon. I haven't had any bacon in, I think it's been a week now. Starting to eating a ketogenic diet last night. Cheers from Vancouver Island. Hit the like, everybody. Hey, we got Tina from New Zealand. Adam, have you ever been to Australia or New Zealand?
No, but I want to.
Me
Oh my
too.
gosh. And Tasmania.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New Zealand, I used to work for a company and we had programmers that lived in New Zealand. So I talked to them every day and saw their pictures. And that looks like one of the most beautiful countries. We need a conglomerate of carnivores in New Zealand that we can go do a meetup for and potentially film for the documentary. That's a long
Win
flight.
win.
That's a long
I
flight,
don't care. I'll do it. I'm a carnivore.
right?
Carnivores don't care about long flights.
Take a sailboat out there. Question: my doctor is writing me about my cholesterol. 295 LDL is 175. I'm ketovore for 1.5 years. Should I go strict carnivore now? Down 28 pounds, 12 to go. Well, I'm not a doctor, but if it were me, I would not be doing ketovore. I would be doing carnivore. But that's just me, and everybody's different. When I did ketovore, I was struggling. And if you're stuck at a certain weight and you can't move, and you're already on a pretty strict ketogenic diet doing ketovore, why not just take that extra step and do carnivore? Maybe just do it for 30 days, see how it goes. That's what I would do.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, what's it going to hurt, at least for 30 days or whatever, just to eliminate everything? and see how you feel, right? And then once you see how you feel with that, then maybe you can start introducing some other stuff. Maybe you don't know that you can actually level up from where you are. That's what happened with me when I went on the lion diet. I didn't think it was possible to actually level up how I felt until I went on the lion diet. I'm like, holy cow, it's possible.
You didn't know how good you could feel.
Right, absolutely.
And so many people on in this planet are going to go their entire lives never knowing how good they could feel. For that reason alone, if I was doing ketovore and I stalled out, I'd be like, let's just try carnivore for 30 days just to see how this feels. I don't want to wake up an old man and never having tried.
Exactly.
Amanda's Violin and Adventures, 102 days carnivore, more than 15 kgs down. That's awesome.
Woo!
Congrats. Emil, nice. So far, I've lost over 20 pounds in just a month, and I feel incredible. All I did was change my diet and go on walks, and I even messed up twice and ate things that have carbs.
Wow, good for you.
Progress. Hello, guys. This is Stacy of Easy Peasy Keto in Ohio. I had the honor of meeting Adam at a local meetup.
Oh yeah, yeah. Hey, how you doing?
Just, I'm carnivore with a hint of keto. There you go. Laugh out loud. I ate 2 spears of asparagus in the garden yesterday. Are we going to take her carnivore card?
Yep.
Yeah, that's
No.
a clear violation. Clear violation.
Kidding.
We're joking. We're joking. That's awesome. Stacy from Ohio. Gone Mad Carnivore Family. Hey, it's I Create Crafts. Jen is down
Hey,
here.
Jen.
Where are you, Jen? Where
Hello,
are you?
wherever you are.
Come on out. I don't know if she's home
Be funny
actually.
if
I
her
think
head was sticking out the
right.
window.
I thought she ran to do something. Jen, where are you? What are you doing with your life? That's their name. What are you doing with your life, Adam? Doctors never ask, what are you eating? Yeah, doctors never ask, what are you doing with your life either. What they say is, I'll write you a new prescription for you. Big difference.
Yep.
One will heal you and one will slowly kill you.
Yep.
100%. Not treating the root cause of the problem.
That's right.
You know, Adam, we should talk about that for a moment. What is the Hippocratic Oath? I don't know exactly what it is, but isn't it something about do no harm?
Yes. And let food be thy medicine.
Let food be thy medicine and do no harm. I would argue, and this isn't me, I'm not going to sue my former doctors. I've moved on. But I would argue that putting me on medication after medication that never treated the root cause of the problem actually did a lot of harm, especially when I was going for them for guidance and because they're a doctor and because they're supposed to heal people. Um, I really do feel that a lot of doctors are not following the Hippocratic Oath of do no harm. I mean, they could say, well, we can't talk about this, we can't do that. That's one thing that drives me nuts. I've had people say that. You can't blame the doctors. They're never taught nutrition. Well, Dr. Barry knows, Dr. Hampton knows, Dr. Chafee knows, Dr. Kiltz knows. And for me, I'm like, if I'm going to dedicate my entire life to healing people and being a doctor, couldn't I just figure out this thing? Like every single person I'm treating and giving a medication isn't treating the root cause of the problem. So maybe, like Dr. Tony Hampton said, I'm going to do something a little different and I'm going to see what happens. I don't know. I'm not giving those doctors any slack. I don't think there's malice. I don't think they're evil people. But I think if you're going to dedicate your life to healing people and be a doctor, you can do things like Dr. Tony Hampton, Dr. Barry, Dr. Kiltz are
Yeah,
doing.
it's almost like akin to, let's say, for instance, you hit somebody in a car and you kill them or you injure them severely, and you didn't mean to do it, right? Um, that wasn't your intention, but somebody's at fault for that, right? Like you hit the person and you injured them or you killed them. Same thing with the doctor. They may not be intending to do the harm, but they're still doing the harm. So they need to pay attention. Wake up. Watch
Yeah.
watch Kerry's channel.
Watch Dr. Hampton. Watch Dr. Barry. Like these guys have figured it out. That was my favorite thing about Dr. Hampton. He's like, I dedicated my life to healing people, and when I figured out what I was doing, giving them that medication was wrong, he said, I'm so thankful that I found ketogenic, low carb, carnivore diets, and then it's changing people's lives. And he said, I'm so thankful that I actually did something about it.
Hmm.
Now that guy has seen that was the most incredible thing when Adam and I, speaking of the documentary, filmed him when he told me the first 15 years of being a doctor, he got a couple people off his medication. He was like, last week, 7 people got off their medication, and one of them was for insulin that they thought they would never get off of. And that man is changing lives and healing people day after day in and day out. We need more doctors like Dr. Tony Hampton for sure.
Amen.
Regina's asking Adam, where was your vitiligo and is it now clear? Mine is in my hands and elbows. Any advice?
Mine was around my waist, so that's why. You're not seeing any before and after pictures of that, but it started to show up on my forearms, and that's when I was 2 years vegan. It actually got worse. So it was the same literally for 6 years, and then I went vegan for 2 years in solidarity with a friend that had cancer, and he started the vegan diet. So I did it for him, not because I like vegetables. I actually hate vegetables. And the way that he was doing it was raw vegetables. And
Mm,
raw vegetables are freaking nasty. But I did it anyways, and it made me sick, and it made my condition worse. So I had to, look into, how is there a way to fix this. Obviously all the doctors say, there's all these specialized treatments that you can try, but there's nothing that really helps. And then I found Joe Rogan. Said he has the same condition and started reversing a carnivore diet. I said, what the heck is carnivore diet? It sounds like something that's crazy, like something that a lion would do,
mm.
and not a human. So yeah, it's that's where it is, and it is reversing on my arms, maybe about 30% now. So it's not completely reversed or anything like that. Still working on that, and in time, I'm hopeful that it'll all reverse. But if it doesn't, and it just stays the same and doesn't get any worse, then I call that a win.
Right? Going in the right direction.
Yep,
No longer going in the wrong direction.
that's right.
Uh, Dara, been eating carnivore with eggs in the morning. Super tired at the moment. When does the energy kick in? I would ask you if you're getting enough fat. Also, it depends on how long you've been doing carnivore too. Those first couple weeks can be very tough for people. You're adapting, but if you've been doing it for a long time and you're just eating some eggs in the morning and you don't have any energy, most people that I talk to starting out carnivore, they think they're getting enough fat, but they're not. You probably need to get more fat. When I eat a lot of fat, my energy is through the roof.
Yep.
Ryan, I'm down 30 pounds since December, carnivore for almost 3 weeks now, and 10 pounds down from carnivore, losing inches with carnivore. There you go. Congratulations. Sandra, one hope for all. Wow, I wish I was there with both of you. Yeah. Thank you, Sandra's awesome. Always leaving good comments. NP Carnivore. I had one of my patients with anxiety and depression check out your channel so he would get some motivation to eat carnivore diet to help with his symptoms. Oh, that's awesome. I hope that that worked out. And I did that video a while back. It was the word depression is in the title. I can't remember exactly what we called it. Something about reversing depression. I would encourage them to watch that video. There's lots of individual stories and testimonies of overcoming depression, anxiety, bipolar disorder in that video.
What are your thoughts on coffee?
Uh, I don't have any. I don't have any coffee. I don't care. It's a lot of people do coffee and it's just fine. I've never been a coffee drinker. I was addicted to diet soda. So for my 380 or so days I've been on carnivore, it's literally the only thing I've had to drink is water. But I know a lot of carnivores do coffee fine. You were doing coffee for a while. Are you still doing coffee?
Nope. Yeah, I did coffee. Essentially, I don't really necessarily like coffee. I had to put stevia in it and stuff like that because it just didn't. It's too bitter. But I was a Diet Pepsi addict for over 20 years. That was a worse addiction than sugar. So I tried to eliminate all the chemicals and stuff that's in the Diet Pop with something that is at least more of a whole food, not the greatest. So I replaced it with coffee because it had the caffeine in it, and then gradually just kicked that altogether. So if you can kick it, I think that's going to level up your life.
I that's one of the reasons I would advise it for people. Not because I think you're drinking coffee and it's necessarily ruining your carnivore diet. Although some people, it gives them what's the nice word to say it? It's like a diuretic for some people. I've heard Dr. Chafee talk
Oh
about
yeah.
that. Yeah, so that could be an issue. But my thing on carnivore that I absolutely love that I didn't go into carnivore for was being the captain of my own ship and being in total control and not having something control over me, like waking up in the morning and being like, I gotta have that coffee, or in other words, that coffee has to have me. I did that all my life with food. I gotta have my breakfast, I gotta have my sugar, I gotta have my diet Mountain Dew, I gotta have my candy. So having none of that anymore is really kind of awesome. It's probably be really hard to get rid of coffee, but like you said, a couple days you get it and then you forget about it forever, hopefully.
Yep.
Jen is commenting, it's funny because you're sitting next to each other, but they keep turning the opposite way when they talk to each other. Are we? Yeah, I guess so. Jen, where are
No,
you? Are
look,
you?
you look towards me.
Yeah, we are.
That's
What the
that's
heck is
weird.
going on?
It's the opposite on my phone.
That is the weirdest thing. Look, look, look. We're literally looking at each other. This is weird
That's so
magic. It's
weird.
mirrored or something. Shout out Jen. I create crafts. She's
Yes.
carnivore day. I don't know, 17, 18. She's doing great. I
Yep.
don't know where she is. I don't know if she's here right now or what, but maybe she'll leave a comment. Jen, tell us how you're doing and are you going to do a short today? You missed your short yesterday. She's still carnivore. She's doing wonderful.
Because she's doing shorts for you.
Right? That's true. Sunny D. Sunny D. Do you miss the Sunny D, Adam?
No.
Oh man, that wasn't even
Well, it
orange
was
juice,
just a
was it?
sugar pile.
Right?
You
It
know.
was like fake orange juice sprinkled on water. Do you recommend an electrolyte and mineral replacement? If so, which one? I'm on day 4. Thanks for sharing this. What do you think, Adam?
Yeah, I think in the transition phase, you probably should. Long term, maybe you don't need to do that. It's really just up to you and your body and how you feel. So I would definitely, it's not, I don't think it's really going to hurt you unless you get lab work that says otherwise that you need to, not have those electrolytes. But having an excess of those, at least during that transition phase, is probably a good idea.
Yeah, first couple weeks I did electrolytes. In terms of which one I did, well, I did Element and I did Keto Chow. I really like the Keto Chow ones just for convenience sake. You just drip a couple in your water and you're done. The Keto Chow ones, call me lazy. But every time with those little wrappers, and I have to find a scissors, or sometimes I do it with my teeth, and then the stuff would go up in your mouth, and
Right.
so
That's funny. You are looking away from me. You
that's
look at me,
crazy.
but it looks like you're looking away from me.
Wow. So Keto Chow's a good one they got on Amazon. Element's another one. Most of them you can look at the ingredients. I know Adam, you did it before, right? You could just make it at home too if you
Yep.
want.
Yep.
It's our very good friend. Shout out Lori Carnivore Cheer, awesome YouTube channel. Hey Lori, she says, "Hi everyone, greetings from California. I might have to sign off about 15 minutes. I'm jumping back and forth between tabs on my laptop, job applications, etc. Love the Dr. Berry fingers." Thank you, Lori. You're awesome. Good luck on the job search. I hope everything's going well. We've been thinking about you. Karen asks, "How many ounces of red meat do you eat per day, and is that just one meal a day?"
I don't know how many ounces I eat, but it's probably more like pounds.
Right. We
So
don't go
it's
ounces. We're
yeah, it's
carnivores.
probably at least a pound and a half of meat a day. So whatever that is, 24 ounces,
That's my lucky number.
something like that. Yeah, and sometimes it's well, it's usually 2 meals a day. So maybe like a pound of meat or a pound of well, whatever meat, hamburger in the morning, and then some kind of steak or chuck roast or something like that for dinner.
Yeah, very similar for me. I don't measure anything. I don't count anything. But it's if I had to guess, probably a pound and a half, 2 pounds. Today I've only eaten one time. We smoked up some New York strip steaks, reverse seared them, and I had two of them. Well, actually, I had one and a half because Emma and the Katie came and ate the rest of mine, and Baxter ate some of it.
And that was footage for the doc.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna eat anything else today. Are you gonna eat anything else? Maybe a little.
I don't feel hungry right
Yeah, I
now.
don't either. I'm glad I had that half a second steak anyhow. Kerry, do you need vitamin C and how do you get it? Uh, I don't supplement anything. As Dr. Chafee taught me a long time ago, meat is the most nutritionally dense food in the world, and it gives us all the vitamins and minerals and everything we need to survive and thrive. You can't say the same for vegetables, and that's all I do. I just eat meat. I don't do any. I did element and keto chow for a while. I haven't done any of that in months. I haven't. For a while, I was taking vitamin D. I don't do that either anymore. I'm glad the sun came out today. I'm gonna
Yeah.
try to get that more naturally, but
Hmm.
literally that's it. It's just beef, salt, and water for me. I get everything I need from meat. I recently had my blood work done. It was excellent. The only thing off was my sodium was sort of low.
Are you dinging?
Yeah, what is this? Jen said Adam isn't live.
Oh yeah, it's just on your channel. I think I joined your channel.
But isn't it go on both?
I don't think so.
Oh,
We'll do one. We'll do one
we'll
tomorrow.
do one tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was going to both. We got to just go on StreamYard. We're trying this new technology out and it's really messing us up. We're aiming at each other the wrong way and everything.
Where were we?
Let's see. Oh wow, we got a $20 super chat.
Oh wow.
$20 super chat from D's. Thank you so much for that. Every penny
Woo.
goes to the documentary. This is like the only day I don't have my shirt on is we're filming the
Right.
documentary. Do I want it under here?
I don't have mine on either.
I thought it would be weird to have me being filmed for the documentary with a shirt that named the documentary on the shirt. So I got the blue shirt on. There's gonna be here's a little sneak peek for the documentary. Should we give him one? Lots of blue shirts. That's our color.
That's funny. I'm wearing blue.
Blue shirt documentary. Thank you so much for the super chat. Every penny from that goes 100% to the documentary. Getting hit with strong cravings for meat after having no appetite for months. I believe you called this stage 4 carnivore. What's the best way to get past this stage without eating too many calories? That is a wonderful question, and I wish I had a better answer for you other than what I'm about to give you. I just ate a lot more food. And I was really worried when I got this. I don't know if you had this around the same time as me. There was a bunch of carnivores I was talking to where I kind of got down to, I guess, near my goal weight, or some of the visceral fat went away. Something happened and my body was like, whoa, I'm hungry. And I started getting so hungry, I like couldn't get full. I was eating more and more. I just ate more. And I did that. Luckily, at one point, I was like, if this lasts forever, I don't know if I can sustain eating this much food for the rest of my life.
So
But
what's stage 4?
stage 4, so I did this video of 5 stages of carnivore, and for me, I'll recap it real quick because people love this. Stage 1 was the hardest decision of your life, deciding to do carnivore, going against the grain, all of your fears. Stage 2 is adaptation stage, burning sugar to getting into ketosis, which a lot of people get the keto flu. Stage 3 is my favorite stage, and that is homeostasis, where you're just flowing along and you're losing weight and your vitiligo is going down and your depression, anxiety is going away, and you're just like, wow, this is just wonderful. You're forgetting to eat. Stage 4, I just made all this up too, by the way. But
I kind of
yeah,
figured.
stage 4 for me, I don't know if I had a good name for it, but it was basically like, oh my goodness, what is going on? I'm starving suddenly. And Dr. Chafee never told me about this. He probably did a video on it, but I never heard the doctors talk about this stage. I have heard probably 5 other carnivores that experience this, and it's when you get through stage 3 and most of your body fat's gone, and just one day clicks and you're like, I am starving. And you just keep eating and you can't get full.
It's because we lost our fat suit.
Yep. I think the body is basically like, "Oh my goodness, what's going on? I was using that fuel for reserves, it's gone." And then you have to eat more food to make up for that energy.
Yep.
You would think logically you'd have to do that forever, but mine tapered off, and everyone I've talked to, it like you eat a whole bunch of food for maybe, for me, I think it lasted maybe 3 weeks. And then it started tapering off where I started to feel normal again and like I wasn't starving all the time.
I think it's more fat though.
Getting,
What we
yes,
need.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. I think I adjusted around that time too to increase the fat intake for sure. That's a good point. I got to do another video on this now. That was stage 4. And stage 5. You know what stage 5 was?
Your head explodes.
Yeah, stage 5 was um, maintenance.
Okay.
You got to go into maintenance mode, and then I was giving some examples like Laura Spath's been doing this for years. Dante Ferrigno's been doing it for years, and a lot of people screw up at stage 5 because they use the other M word. I'm gonna just eat in moderation now. I've lost all my weight, and then they go back. They're like, "I'm just gonna have some strawberries and some fruit," and then they're eating a granola bar, and then that sugar addiction comes back, and then they gain all the weight back. So
Hmm.
I warn people, don't do that. But sorry, I wish I had a better answer for you on that one. But stage 4, what's the best way to get past this stage? I think Adam hit it on the head. More fat, and just understand it's not going to last forever. You're going to get through it, and it'll start coming down a little bit. But you do got to get more fat. Wow, we're getting some crazy super chats in here. Here's another one.
Woo!
Walk by Faith, who's a member too. Thank you so much. $20. I'm struggling on carnivore. I do think it's the dairy that's keeping my weight loss stalling. Don't get me started on this one. I think you're absolutely right. Walk by Faith.
You're right.
Thank you for the $20 super chat. And you are absolutely 100% right. I could say this with certainty. Of course, I'm not a doctor, but one of the most prevalent comments I get on my channel is, I stalled on carnivore. What do I do? I get it so many times. And I do the same thing every time. I write the word cheese question mark. Almost every single time they're like, yep. And then 50 other people are like, yep, I stalled out on carnivore eating cheese. I stopped eating cheese and the weight started dropping off again.
Yep.
Drop the cheese and see what happens. I bet you it'll help you. The other thing I always suggest for anyone that's stalling on carnivore, do something drastically different. So if you're eating cheese, stop eating cheese. That's pretty drastic. If you're not eating cheese and you're just doing straight up carnivore, try lion diet. Maybe just try it for 3 days. If you've done any like intermittent fasting, maybe do a 24-hour fast, but just do something to switch your body up, because your body gets in this crazy routine, and it's amazing how your body can just hold on to the weight, and it's crazy, like with our buddy Jeff. The fact that he is
Yeah.
162 pounds after doing 40 rounds of 5 days no eating. His body drops down a couple pounds and goes back to 162. It just stays there forever. So,
Yeah. I think the math on that, he didn't eat for, what was it, 200 days of the year?
oh wow, I didn't even think of it that way.
Yeah. It's
That's
insane.
crazy.
200 days out of a single year, and he didn't lose a pound.
5 times 40, 200. Yeah. Well, he said he would lose like 2 pounds, but then like 2 days later it came right back.
Right.
2 down, 2 off, 2 on, 2 on. But you would think over 40 rounds of that, you would just slowly start stepping
Right.
down. Nope. And that guy is the Energizer Bunny. Shout out Jeff to Prosperous. Hopefully next Tuesday we're doing our carnivore coffee chat again. We had some. Well, Adam was here filming, and then some travel things. We got another super chat. This is going nuts here.
Woo.
Ruth Ruskin, $30.99. Thank you
Woo.
so much. We really appreciate that. Every penny going towards the documentary. We really appreciate it. Thank you. And to the members that are on here, huge shout out. Tomorrow, whoa, oh, Adam's going to be here. Members only. Every Thursday, we do a members only live stream at 3 o'clock Central Time. And they've been a lot of fun. We've been sharing some pretty inspirational carnivore testimonies from people. Well, you'll have to check in. Maybe Adam will join me tomorrow for the members only live stream, 3 o'clock.
Absolutely.
All right, here
I
we
got
go.
better things to do.
Right? No gallbladder either. It takes a while for me to adjust. I don't want to do bile salt. Did you and Jen do the salt? Nope. I know some people do the bile salts or yeah, with no gallbladder. I never did any salts. Jen didn't either. She doesn't have a gallbladder either. And I'd like to say like I took it slow, but I really didn't take it slow either. Like I'm just eating fatty meat.
Hmm.
I would advise taking it slow if you have no gallbladder, you're trying for the first time. I've done keto on and off for years and years, so that might have helped me a little bit with the fat adaptation, but I would take it little baby steps if you can. Carnivore Cheer Lori said, Kerry, thank you for sharing my video on carnivore diet and women 100%, Lori. Lori did a video today and it was
Oh, nice.
titled I'm going to hatchet this, but is carnivore more difficult for women?
Hmm.
Excellent video. Go check it out,
Nice.
everyone.
Sounds interesting.
Yes.
Sorry, I didn't catch that. I had a very troublesome client that I had to get on a phone call with, and that was late. So yeah, I wasn't able to get on YouTube much today.
We have a question. How do you stop the diarrhea on carnivore?
Stop the diarrhea?
Stop the diarrhea. Stop the presses.
Well, if you're in the transition period, it happened for a month for me, and it was yeah, look out. As they say, don't trust a fart. So if it's in that transition period, I would expect that. But if it's beyond that transition period and you've had regular bowel movements, I would say to maybe reduce your fat intake, or it could be that you're having the wrong type of magnesium. So I think it's magnesium glycinate for me caused me to have loose stool and have more like diarrhea type symptoms. So look into that. Maybe change the type of magnesium that you're doing. What about you?
Yeah, I'd say the same thing during that adaptation phase. Just some people get the diarrhea and there's nothing they can do. I always tell people just remember, like for me, it was 42 years of putting junk and toxins and garbage in my body. So if I've got to endure a little bit cleaning out the system, I get it. The only other thing I'd say is if you've been doing carnivore for a while and you're consistently getting diarrhea, it's usually because you're eating too much fat, which is pretty rare for carnivores. But shout out Dr. Chafee again. I remember him telling me that early on. He's like, fat is the best gauge on carnivore.
Yep.
If you're eating too much fat, you'll have diarrhea. If you're not eating enough fat, you might not be going as often as you think you should.
Yep.
All right. We got
I don't even
you
know
know,
where we're at in
you
the
know
chat.
how advanced YouTube is owned by Google, right?
Hmm.
Pretty advanced company, right?
Right.
Wouldn't they just have a thing like StreamYard where you could just click the comment and it would read on the screen in larger font for everyone to see?
Right.
Like,
I
what
know.
what is it with this technology? We're
Yep.
using StreamYard from now on. Bootstrap, or I have been on carnivore for about 5 weeks. I lost 25 pounds in 3 weeks. Wow.
That's awesome.
But then I haven't lost a single pound since then. What am I doing wrong? Just steak for me. Wow.
You're not doing anything wrong.
Yeah.
You're doing everything right. Your body is it's what's doing its thing. So you don't have to tell your body to breathe. You don't have to tell it to pump blood. You don't have to tell the neurons to fire. You don't have to tell it to do any of these things. You didn't have to tell it to lose weight. All you did was just change the inputs. So just be patient with your body. Let it do its thing, and you do your thing, which is eat ribeyes.
Yeah. And really pay attention to the other things off the scale too. God, I wish I would have done this. I'm telling Jen too, and I don't think she did. So many people start carnivore, they all weigh themselves, but they don't measure themselves.
Right.
Your measurements may be changing, and you might not notice it. You might be putting on muscle, losing fat, so the weight isn't changing. You fluctuate so much water on carnivore too. You may think you're not losing weight, but maybe you just have a little bit extra water retention. And then there's all the other things you need to think about too, which I'm encouraging Jen, if she's watching right now, to write all those things down. Like, oh, my migraines went away. Oh, this lower back pain went away. There's probably a lot of other things that are happening, as well, but yeah, I would just be patient. Taylor, oh, I stopped using shampoo and my hair feels way healthier. I also stopped using body wash and my skin feels healthier. Also, no deodorant or toothpaste. We don't need any of it. I'm with you.
Right.
I'm with you.
Now, I admit I will still do deodorant because I'm in front a lot of people and a lot of clients. We photograph probably 50,000 kids a year, so and coaches and things like that. So I want to make sure that I don't have any foul smell going on. But yeah, since I started the lion diet, I have not washed my hair not one time, just water, and that's it. And it's crazy. I never would have imagined that I'd be able to do that. So
That's nuts. I've said this before. I'll say it again real quick. I think I got this from somebody else. I don't remember, but imagine the absolute miracle of a human baby being born. Everything works, but the only thing God was like, "I we can't figure out what they're gonna do with this hair. I guess they're gonna have to just come up with some sort of chemical detergent that they're gonna have to put in their hair every single day, and that's the only way through." No,
mhm.
I think they figured things out. It I could go on a rant on that for an hour, but it's so funny to me. Jen's gonna yell at me because I've made fun of her for this before, but
Uh-oh.
these women with all the hair care products and all the stuff they're putting in their hair, and they're constantly like, "Oh, I got these split ends. Why is my hair so dry? Why is this? Why is that?" It's like, look at all the chemicals you're putting in your hair. Just let it be. There's natural oils in your hair.
Yep.
You put a detergent in your hair, it gets rid of the oils, and
Mhm.
then the cycle just keeps rotating. Then the hair dries out because there's no oil in
Yeah,
it,
you strip it away, and then you got to put more stuff on it to kind of simulate putting that back.
right? You want to know one other rant I'm going to say real quick on shampoo and conditioner?
Rant, man, rant.
This is if I was in this for the money, this is what we would do. Here's the multi-million dollar idea. All right, are you with me?
I'm with you.
I don't advocate for shampoo or conditioner, but everyone's still buying it. A shampoo bottle, and the only thing on the front of it is a gigantic S. When I use shampoo, God, I used to hate that so much. Every time you're
Yeah.
in the shower and you get soap and you're like, "What is this, the
Which
conditioner or
one's
the
which?
shampoo?" And it's written in this tiny little baby font with 5,000 other things
You're
on it.
right. Yeah.
The only thing I want on that bottle is an S. If I went to the store and there was just shelves full of shampoo and there was one that had a big S on it, my money's going on there, even if it was more expensive.
Yep. I agree.
Bill Knott has entered the building.
Bill.
Bill, how's it going, buddy? Bill is getting fired up. Man, I've really been enjoying Bill's videos. And I have to thank Bill again, while I'm also thanking Todd Bachnis and Limitless Lindy because they're spreading the word on the vibration shake plate. We
Hmm.
just got ours. I don't know if you saw this. I got to show Adam.
Yep.
Jen just got hers and we tested it out. I tested it out yesterday. I wasn't planning on using it for myself, but I still got a little lower
I want
back
to get
issue
one
every
for
now and then.
myself.
It's like the shake that you get out of that plate is incredible. I thought a little bit. No, it's gonna loosen some stuff up for sure.
Here, you want to hear something weird? So, in the past, I had somebody tell me, like, if you had sinus congestion or something like that, if you have an electric toothbrush, like turn it on and then like put it on your forehead by your sinuses and just put it around your sinuses,
Yeah,
and it'll help with drainage. And it actually does.
interesting.
So the vibration helps to get stuff moving and flowing in your body for sure.
Well, anyone that's interested in that, go to Bill Knott's channel right now, and he has a link in his description. Jen's gonna do a video because she's so happy about this thing. We're not affiliates for Life Pro. I think that's an awesome company, but I'm telling everyone, go to Bill's channel, click on his link, and watch his video. Bill's been doing a lot of videos on it, and it's been life changing for him too. Didn't you recently have? Which way should I look? I should look this way. Adam, this is so weird. Adam, didn't you recently have a woman or a doctor on that was specialist in the lymphatic
Yes,
system?
yes, I did. Interviewed a expert in lymphedema and lipedema, and specifically talked about Bill. So I tagged you in that video, Bill, but it's probably going to go live on Friday because I'm trying to gate, like test out when I should post the videos and things like that. So I just posted one. What was it? Yesterday.
I think so.
Yesterday, and then we're going to do one Friday. And the one on Friday, yeah, I'm telling you, this lady. she has to get connected with the carnivore community because inside of her lymphedema and lipedema community, the carnivore and the keto diet is not as accepted. And she was very surprised that I was accepting of, the practices that she had in the diet that she suggested and things like that. So catch that video on Friday for sure.
Everyone's got to check that out. I think that's such an important topic that is misunderstood. I didn't know about it, and I'm fired up on Bill's behalf. Bill's too nice, but the fact that he had to go in and talk to several doctors for these issues he was having. Now, one of them mentioned this. I'd never really heard anything about it until Todd brought it to the attention of Bill, and I think Todd learned about it through Lindy.
Hmm.
But I think there's so many people that could benefit from something like that. And Jen was saying my back is hurting so bad. And I'm like thinking of all these things. I'm like, duh, it's probably just her lymphatic system, just like Bill. It's probably the exact same thing. So
Yep.
we shall. I am. I'm getting far behind on these comments. This is what happens here. $10 super chat from Tickle.
Woo.
Thank you so much. Day 90. Have never felt more healthy or more chill in my life. Thanks for doing what you guys are doing. I'm taking a screenshot of this Tickle, and I'm going to post this on Instagram because I post inspirational carnivore stories on there, and that fires me up. You've never felt more healthy or more chill. I love that.
That's awesome.
There's something, that carnivore zen, that carnivore chill. You don't get the road rage anymore. You got a big smile on your face. You're going over to the neighbor's house and say, "Hey, how's it going over here?" You're friendlier. It is an awesome thing. Thank you so much for that $10 super chat and your membership and your nice words. All right, like Adam,
I
I
don't
think
know
I'm
where
so
we're at.
I can't go back anymore.
Yeah, I know.
It's
That's
not
weird.
letting me go up, and I don't know if it's
Yeah,
because I'm going so slow or
it's
what.
because we're talking too slow.
Oh man,
We're
there's too
talking
many
too long.
comments.
So I see Emma was on here, and I seen her comment that she didn't know that I was vegan. Yeah, I was. I was vegan for 2 years, and I also care about animals and stuff like that. But prior to eating vegan, I was just eating standard American diet. It was just garbage and crap and things like that. And I only did it because my friend was doing it. So it wasn't for ethical reasons or anything like that. Even though I do care about animals, I just never really brought it to that point because I don't like vegetables at all. I think they're gross.
Yeah, Lynn Tucker Carnivore said, "Hey Emma, great video today. Shout out. Emma did a video today on her channel.
I missed that one.
Yep, about suntan lotion and some of the craziness that's going on with suntan lotion. Good job, Emma. I'm very proud of Emma and all the girls, but Emma and Katie, they've been getting. I like this. They're fired up. They're like, "Wait a minute. What have you guys been feeding me? What have I been putting? What's in my suntan lotion? These things that are going into my blood that I'm putting on me." And they're getting fired up and they're getting mad about it, which I'm very happy about because they're
That's
the
awesome.
next generation. I got to pass the torch on.
Can't wait to watch that one.
All right, here we
Lynn,
go.
Lynn Tucker Carnivore says, Adam, you said pop. That's what we used to call soda growing up in Minnesota.
Do we call
I
it up here
always
too?
call it pop. My wife calls it soda. She kind of grew up in New York area, and I grew up in Ohio. I was born in North Dakota, grew up in Ohio, and I've always called it pop. And I don't know. I just think it's weird when people say the word soda. It just seems like it's too much, too many syllables.
It's a Midwest thing. A lot of people around here call it pop too. And you know the thing that you get water out of in a public area? Some people call it a water fountain.
Drinking fountain.
You call it a drinking
Yeah.
fountain. They're called bubblers here.
Bubblers.
Yeah. We got a
Cool.
lot of weird names for things. What about the shopping cart? Do you have a weird name for the shopping cart?
Shopping cart.
Buggy. That's a
Buggy.
little bit more rare, but some people call those a buggy. Adam, you said pop. That's what we used to call soda. Oh, there we go. Let's see here. Emma said her phone died. You guys are funny. Oh man, easy. Miller's ice cream is world famous. I used to eat a ton of it years ago. All right, we got to get caught up on these comments, Adam. Come on, you're so
Here's
far
a
behind.
sticker or something.
I don't have that. That must be on yours. It's not on. I don't see it.
Genetic boy, BGN 99 cents. I guess I don't know what that is. Super sticker or super chat. Thank you.
Oh, there it is.
There you go. Yeah, you found it.
Normally it shows on the bottom down here. Weird. Thank you so much, Genetic Boy, BGN. Dara said, I need a good bone broth recipe. Well, I don't know what you're doing, Adam. I've done a couple bone broths. I just save my bones. If I have a T-bone or I had a couple tomahawks. Ooh, those were good.
Hmm.
It's always fun reminiscing when you pull those out of the freezer. But I put them in a big Ziploc bag in the freezer, and like when I did that fast with Jeff afterwards, I broke it with bone broth and I just boiled it up. That was it. I didn't even really look anything up. Low and slow. Well, not even really low, but simmering boiling water for quite some time, and it's fantastic.
Yeah, I think. Well, with mine, um, I make it more like a soup. So I'll put. It's like a, what do you call it? Like a suicide with the pop,
What?
soda pop, where you would go into like McDonald's or whatever and get like one of everything.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they call that a suicide, I think. So
Uh-huh.
that's what I do with my bone broth slash meat soup. I save all my meat scraps. I'll go either go buy bones or save the bones, throw them all in a pot with some distilled water, a little bit of salt, and cook it in the pressure cooker for 2 hours. Take out the bones, and you're good to go. And then usually I'll put it in like a coffee mug or whatever, and put one raw egg yolk into it, and just mix it into it, and it makes it real like creamy.
Mm,
And yeah, it's pretty delicious.
that's good stuff. This isn't really bone broth, but we've been doing a lot. I was telling Adam this. We've been doing a lot of beef stew, slow cooked, and the broth that you get from that is just incredible. I could just drink that stuff straight up. All right, let's see where are we at here. Nothing but meat. That's it. Yes, I think that was a question.
You see that one? Oh, you're getting to it.
I think we got that one already.
But you didn't see that one?
We got $2 super chat from Jen. Thank you, Jen.
Thanks, Jen.
Awesome. Everyone check out I Create Crafts, Jen's channel. She's probably gonna have some videos going up soon now that she's got that carnivore energy going. Make some carnivore hats or something for us. Jen does a crafting channel. She has a Cricut machine, so she does crafty things with it. T-shirts, bumper stickers, card decals, hats, stuff like that. It's pretty fun.
You know what's funny about this hat? So this hat is a $3 Walmart hat, right? And the reason that I bought it is because I forgot my black hat on the way up here, and I thought it might be windy outside and stuff like that, and I just would rather have a hat on. Maybe it's raining, need a hat, right? So I go into Walmart, and I'm walking all the way through Walmart to try to find a hat close to Chicago, and the only hats they had was Cubs and Bears. They literally had no plain hats. Like, are you serious? So the lady was like, "Well, maybe they have some in the crafts section." So this is actually like for crafts. Like, I guess you put like puffy paint on them or something.
Hand that over to Jen. She could
Yeah.
do a video right now, healing humanity on there. Jen said, "Is Adam live on another $2 from Jen? Is Adam live on his channel?" No, thank you, everyone. We determined this. We thought we were live on both channels, but apparently we're not, and there's no way to do it now. But before Adam leaves, we're going to do another one live on his channel. We're going to swap this around, and then we'll both be looking at each other the right way. Thank you for the heads up, everyone. Lisa C, get your salt. Sodium is important. Eat your salt, people. Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe.
Go watch Bella's channel. One of her latest videos about her not eating salt for the last 5 years. Very interesting, to say the least. So at least watch it for the information.
Vitiligo going away? Question. I have been hoping mine will because it's autoimmune related, but I haven't heard of it happening to anyone. Yeah, you,
Yeah.
Joe Rogan.
It happened to Joe Rogan, and he shows photographic evidence. I showed some in my video that I did on that initially when I started the channel, and then who else? There's a Russian guy that I saw on the Black Carnivore channel. It's a lady. I don't think she does any more videos, but that's kind of the next. After I seen Joe Rogan, and then I did search a little bit more for that carnivore and vitiligo. I found that guy as an example, and he had some photo examples of that as well. So, and I have heard of one other person. So I'm sure it's a little bit more prevalent than just those few people that I've heard of. It's just I haven't run into him yet. It's a big world.
We got $5 super chat from Sherry Morgan. Thank you, Sherry. Oh, it just disappeared.
I seen that. It
It
disappeared.
just disappeared. Luckily, I'm a carnivore and I have a good memory. She said something to the effect of she did carnivore for 3 years and she recently fell off and started binging. And do we have any advice? You see that carnivore brain at work? I never could have done that before.
Right.
She probably said something completely different than that, but I think that's what you said. Thank you so much for the super chat. You fell off a carnivore. You were doing it for a couple of years, and now you keep binging. I'm sorry to hear that. My advice would be take a big step back, sit down, and write down why. There's this thing you can do. It's called a decisional balance. Google decisional balance. It's actually really cool. And basically, what you do is you'll write down what happens if I do carnivore, what happens if I don't. And you write down all of these reasons. It sounds silly and it sounds like a big waste of time, but when you actually go through that exercise and write it down and see, it can really help you to kind of maybe sway your decision a little bit. The other thing I would advise you for is stop thinking about right now in the moment, think about in the future. If you continue this behavior that you're doing with the binging and not going back to strict carnivore, where are you going to be 6 months from now? Where are you going to be a year? Where are you going to be 10 years from now? Frankly, everyone is, every time I tell them I'm doing carnivore, they're so worried about me. You're going to have a heart attack. You're going to do this while they have poor metabolic health, while they have chronic inflammation, while they're eating Twinkies and birthday cakes. They're worried about me. This isn't me like being a jerk. I am legitimately worried about them. That chronic inflammation can lead to cancer, chronic inflammation, all of these issues, diabetes, heart disease, so many issues from that. So for me, my big why going forward is I don't want to get all those things. I want to live long and healthy and I want to live a good life. I don't want to just get old and be all sore and achy and have all these things. So maybe if you start thinking about some of those things more and really writing it down and planning it, it will help you. The only other thing, sorry, Adam's probably got something too. I'm rambling again, but the only other thing I'll say is try joining a group. Jen's 17 days carnivore now. I'm in Dr. Barry's group. Jen's trying out Bella's Steak and Butter Gang group, and she is really enjoying the community. And she can get support, and she can go on there if she's struggling, and that has really been helpful for her. And it's like $30 or something. Like if
Yep.
you can for 30 days, like on one hand, it's more expensive than Netflix. On the other hand, we're talking about possibly. Wait, I was muted or were you muted?
You.
Okay, we should be good now. Sorry about that. Jen called me and destroyed the entire live stream. No pressure, Jen. I'm just joking, dear. I can't. Oh man, the comments are going by so fast and they don't let us see it.
There's like a million. Sound is back, everybody.
Okay, sound is back. Thank you, everyone. Okay, Jen, please stop FaceTiming and texting me. Oh, so everyone, we got to apologize here. I don't know what's going on YouTube. The comments are flying by. There was just another super chat, and it just went right off the screen before we could even click on it.
How do you even get to it?
I don't know. It's not like not. Wait, is it right here?
What is that
Chat doing
button?
top chat. No, that's something else.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, you guys are gonna have to bear with us. If you asked a question, maybe ask another, ask it again. I've never seen this happen before. It's
Mm.
just going crazy. Put on slow mo. All right, we're gonna get caught up now. You can hear us now. Thank you. Super chat, pooper chat. There we go. I've been on carnivore for 1 year and I go to the toilet once or twice a week. It's okay? Question mark. How do you feel? Ask yourself if you feel all right. I think that sounds about perfect. You have to realize on carnivore, you're not putting all of that incredible amount of waste you used to put in your body. Less waste in, less waste out. So All of when you used to go to the bathroom once a day and you were on the toilet once a day, that's because your body was unnecessarily processing a bunch of garbage waste food that you never needed in the first place. Think of how much money we wasted on that.
Oh yeah.
All the money filling the cart up with waste that we would eat and then would literally go right down the toilet.
Hmm.
And the waste and the toll that that would take on your body, doing that for decades and decades, unnecessarily processing all this food. And then we wonder why we're so fatigued and tired all the time,
Yep. If you have pain, go to the doctor. If not, you're probably okay. But I'm not a doctor.
right? Rachel Ludwig said, "Oh my God, I was just thinking Bella's group would be great for Jen. I did it for a month. It's amazing. Yeah, Jen's really enjoying it. It really does help. I used
Yep.
to be such a jerk and cynical about groups. What do you just eat meat? It's not that hard, but those groups are amazing. You got to be around like-minded individuals in a community because we're living in a world where people are eating cupcakes and sugar and we're kind of the weird ones. And I've talked to quite a few people and a lot of people have good things to say about Bella's group. So Jen's been enjoying that, helping her out for sure. What are you guys talking about? It's Melissa French. Hey, Melissa French. We're talking about carnivore. We're answering carnivore questions here. I'm thinking Melissa French is a carnivore. If I'm thinking
What are
of
you
the
What are you talking about?
right, yeah. I think you should ditch the
Why am I
new. Just
here?
do life.
No.
Right. What is the meaning of life? Topic. We're getting a lot of people saying they prefer the other format. Yeah, I get it, people. I mentioned before we were doing this because we're trying to get the message out to as many people as possible. And YouTube tends to promote these vertical ones, but this is kind of a nightmare. So we'll probably end up using StreamYard the next time.
Yep. After we test it on my channel tomorrow.
Right. Kim Staniford said, I've been on and off carnivore, having problems staying the course. I think I should, same advice I gave that other person is really sit down and write down your goals, write down what if you do carnivore, what if you don't, and think about the future, not just the immediate. I could go on forever on that thing, but one of my big things is since meeting several individuals, not just my buddy Jeff DeProsperous, I have another friend now who's got stage 4 cancer. Um, I don't ever want to get those things. And a lot from what I've learned from Professor Seafried is chronic inflammation can lead to cancer. So
Hmm.
the other thing is I just feel like I'm having trouble finding my words right now. I'm trying to say this carefully. I feel like if I was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer right now, Adam, and you were sitting there eating a Twinkie, I would want to punch you in the face. I would because I
You
would
want
be
to
like,
punch me in the face anyways.
right. Well, I do anyways, but I would because I'd be like, I have stage 4 cancer. I'm doing everything I can to get over it. You have an able body without stage 4 cancer, and you're putting this poison in your body that could lead to getting cancer or some other thing. You're squandering what you have, and that would make me
Mhm.
angry. I don't know if that's inappropriate for me to say, but I feel like that's the truth, and that's really what I feel.
Yep.
Jeff has never said anything like that, but if I was Jeff, I'd be like, "What are you guys doing? Like, what the hell?"
Right. Yep, I agree.
Marion said, "I've been with Bella's group since January 2023. That's awesome. Hey, we got our
Cool.
buddy Brett. Who's your carnivore? How's it going,
Hey,
Brett?
Brett.
Brett is a great friend of the channel. Lots of good friends of the channel. Lots of people on here right now.
Carnivore Stan in there. How you doing, Stan?
Stan,
We're sorry to drive you bonkers, Stan.
Adam, Zach Miller said fiber from whole food sources is the best thing to eat for health.
Really? Tell that to Lee Copas.
Yeah,
And tell that to Lori from Carnivore Cheer.
right. Lee's done the science on that one. Oh, he said it again. Fiber from whole food sources is the best thing to eat for health. Okay, good luck with that.
Yeah.
Audra said, question, how does quitting sugar sweeteners and fruit not nosedive your blood sugar and make you lightheaded?
How does quitting sugar, sweeteners, and fruit not nosedive your blood sugar and make you lightheaded? Well, because now your body's running on ketones. You're using fat as a fuel source. You're not using glucose as a food source. Your body also makes all the glucose that it needs as well. So yeah, I've never gotten lightheaded from not having sugar whatsoever. Have
Yeah.
you?
Nope. No, I've been just fine. Let's see. Dwayne Britton, 2 years keto and 4.5 carnivore and counting absolutely saved my life. Wow. That is awesome. Congratulations, Dwayne. You guys are in reverse, just in case you didn't know. We know everything's upside down and backwards. It's just like the real world, right?
So desperate for discount says no mods here. So I
Mm,
don't know. We might be getting spammed or something. I can't see any of that, but
I don't know if they're talking about all the fiber contents
oh, could be.
comments.
Good point.
Let's see what else we got here. Paulette Hasty, thank you guys. Thank you, Paulette. Cranky Carnivore Cutler, fiber rots in your colon. Yes, it does. Carnivore Stan says, hello, hey, buddy. We got Bob Eater, Zach Miller, sorry, but you have been misled. Yes, Carnivore Stan. All right, here we go. Hi, Kerry and Adam. This is a question from Barbara, so glad you guys are doing this. Has anyone heard of pain from bacon or pain from seafood?
Hmm.
I have not experienced either, and I've had both. I only feel pleasure when I eat bacon. I've never had any pain.
Right. I have had nausea from eating pain just because of the histamine content that's in it, but not pain. And then for a while, I was allergic to seafood also, so my throat would swell up and things like that. But other than that, not really any pain. But that's not to say that somebody else can't have that. I think we need to switch chairs.
Should we?
Let's switch chairs.
I have a feeling it's not going to work, though. Well, we'll see. We switched chairs. Everything's switched up now.
I think it's going to be the same thing. Maybe, I don't know.
Is it still backwards? I'm looking at
All
Adam.
right, I'm looking at Kerry.
Yeah, it's messed up on mine. It's the opposite.
But is it right on mine?
Wait, let's see. Well, now I just see myself twice.
Is it right on mine?
No, no. No, we're both looking
Are
the
you
wrong.
right on mine? Are you looking towards me?
I'm looking towards the back of your head right now.
Okay.
Oh, I guess that's right then.
Yeah, it should be.
Oh
right.
my goodness. Rachel Ludwig, $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Zach Miller, fiber gets I'm just gonna keep reading the fiber ones because I think it's funny. Fiber gets digested by your gut bacteria and supplies you.
We have a visitor.
Oh, she probably doesn't. You want to come on the live stream with 500 people? Fiber gets digested by your gut bacteria and supplies you with SCFAs that do a lot for your immunity. Well, I know something that does bad to your immunity. You know what that is, Adam? Inflammation.
Yes.
And it seems like a lot of the foods that people eat intending to eat fiber also end up eating a lot of foods that are highly inflammatory.
I'm going outside.
Do you want to appear on camera or no?
No, not really.
My daughter Alyssa's here right now, and she's going to feed some animals, some water.
A dog outside.
We got Baxter and Ray in the background too.
They might run away.
What you doing, buddy? What you doing?
Is he still charging?
Good boy. Good
I
boy.
think so. Yeah, it looks like it.
Doing?
Okay.
Why are you guys doing it separate?
What you doing?
Someone said y'all dudes in the same backyard. Yes, we're right next to each other here. Why we're doing this on two cameras?
Yep.
We just thought it would be fun. YouTube suggested it. We wanted to test her out. We thought it would go on both channels too.
Right. Yeah. We didn't know how the invite another user happened. So this is how it happens, everybody.
Right. Ribeye Ranger said, Kerry, Zach is purposefully a contrarian, sadly ignorant. Maybe he can learn from trolling here. Yeah, I love the trolls, Ribeye Ranger. It just helps with the algorithm, and it puts a big smile on my face.
They're great. You can't have good without the bad.
Right.
So there you go.
It seems like the more he comments too, the more people we get on here. So that's kind of awesome. Who's your carnivores here? We got Sandra McDonald, Cordelia says, I create crafts, you're looking great and feeling great too, I am sure. Jen, did you give us an update yet? Give us an update. How are you doing now? What day are you on and how are you doing? Leave a little text in the comments if you would. Maybe you already have it. I just haven't reached it yet. Finally switching chairs. Yep, we switched chairs. That was 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. It's weird because it looks incorrect on our phones.
It's so messed up.
It looks correct for everybody else.
Man, you think YouTube, owned by Google, you think they would have this stuff down by now? All right, we got a lot of comments in here. Let's see. Who's your carnivore? Brett, 1 year no fiber and couldn't feel better. Same here. Oh, that's so weird. How's that happening? But you had several heart attacks, right, Brett? And your arteries are clogged? Surely you're eating fruit. Wondering why magnesium oxide is used for constipation. Your body doesn't absorb it. Ribeye Ranger, we've got a question for you. I think Adam can get this one. What celebrity said this? Plants are trying to kill you.
Oprah Winfrey.
Yep. Ding, 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 ding.
That would be Dr. Anthony Chafee.
All right, let's see what else we got here. We got the answer. Yep. Cranky Carnivore Cutler answered the same. Dr. Anthony Chafee. Vitali asked, when is the movie coming out? Adam, when is the movie coming out? Well, if we would get off of here and keep filming, we could get it done
Right.
sooner.
Yeah.
You guys are asking too many questions.
Right.
It's going to be a while. It's not going to be several years, but it's going to be a while. And the reason is because we're following individuals for the course of 1 year, including my good friend Bill Knott, who's in the audience, who's just right around 8 months. He's got 4 months to go, and that's just the first person we started filming. So naturally, if we start filming other people, it's going to take a year. So optimistically, we were saying summer of next year, but realistically, it's probably going to be a little bit longer than that. We've only got one shot at it, so we're going to do the best job we possibly can. It's going to take a while to do it. If a job's worth doing,
Do it right.
it's worth doing well. Close enough. All right, let's see.
I don't know where we're at. Shut up, Zach. Somebody said.
Jen said she's doing a video on Friday when she's 20 days carnivore. There you go.
Cool.
Okay, we're going to get caught up on these. Sandra said there's 519 people watching and only 181 likes. Come on, let's go here. Keto for 1 year now, carnivore for over a month. This is Miss Jackson, feeling amazing. Awesome. Our friend Ellen, right, Scott? Why only less than half of the people watching have smashed the like button? Oprah for the win.
Zach says fermented foods are amazing.
Mm,
Sure they are.
yeah.
Good for you. That's awesome.
Cocaine's amazing too.
It is. It is, isn't it?
Oh, where are we going with this? All right, Paulette Hasty, Mr. Kerry, thanks to Emma on her sunscreen research and to your daughters for being so passionate and proactive. Oh, thank you, Paulette. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I'm so happy about that. Katie tinkered with carnivore before, and I think she's more fired up about it, knowing that this isn't just about eating meat. This is about all of the poisons and toxins and crazy foods that have been normalized that we've been eating. Katie's realizing that, and she's not happy about it, and I think that's pretty awesome. Rachel Ludwig said, Kent Carnivore lost his colon to fiber and healthy whole grains. He sure did. If anyone's not watching Kent Carnivore, my buddy Lee Kopis, you're missing out. That guy's got a great YouTube channel. Incredible story.
Yep, awesome guy.
His message that's really stuck in my head is, some people will never start carnivore, right? You got family and friends, and you don't want to tell them you should eat carnivore, and you got to let them hit rock bottom. You got to let them make their own decision. But then Lee told me, hopefully they won't wait until they lose their colon like I did.
Yeah.
I waited too long. So that's a big thing in my brain. That's very hard for me to. You want to tell people, just eat this way. They don't want to listen until they get so sick they don't have a choice. Hopefully they don't wait till it's too long and they lose their colon forever.
That's powerful.
B meats, I'm over a year, 98% carnivore. That's awesome. You just got 2 more percent to go, and we'll give you your carnivore card. I'm joking. I'm joking. That's 1,000 times better than standard American diet. I hope you're thriving and doing great. Ribeye Ranger I gave a mini carnivore clinic to my orthopedic surgeon today. He was very receptive. I gave him a carnivore resource card. He might be watching tonight. Lynn and Ribeye Ranger, they have cards they made up. I did this at one time, but theirs were way better. That have oh, I'm freezing up here a little bit. That have a list of resources for Dr. Barry. Go watch these videos that they can hand out to people.
Ah, cool. That's really cool.
All right, where else do we got?
So Jan Morris says, age 75, carnivore, 1 year, no more prescription meds. Yes, no IBS, watching from Michigan. Well, thank you for watching, Jan. And I wonder, Jan, if you're still in the comments, can you tell us if you have any fiber or not?
We got Lisa Pickert, 127 pounds down. 0 health issues. My doctor is a carnivore, and wow, truly amazing. 127 pounds, 12 10-pound bowling balls.
That's crazy.
It's nuts. I said this before, but I'm going to say it again real quick. We hear all of these things to the point where we're kind of numb to them, and we shouldn't. 127 pounds is insane. That's a human being. That's crazy. Congratulations, Lisa. That's amazing.
How much does a bag of concrete weigh? Is it 40 pounds or 80 pounds?
I'm not sure. Yeah, I think like trying to think of the big salt, the water softener salt we get, I think is 50 pounds. Or maybe it's 40. I think it's 40.
3 of those. Can you imagine trying to
No,
carry 3 of them things?
that's crazy.
Wow.
You're carrying that, which and then we wonder why humanity is in a constant fatigue.
Yeah.
You're carrying all that extra weight. But not only that, you're in that brain fog because you're eating inflammatory foods and your brain's inflamed and your mitochondria is all messed up. So you have that working against you too.
Mhm. Yep. Our fire went out.
Aw, we had a little fire going. All right, where else are we going? Leprosy said, I don't quite understand. Why is it that you have separate screens that you both are in the same room? You want to take that one, Adam?
What's the question?
Why is it that you have separate screens, but you're literally sitting next to each other?
We are doing a let's see, what is it called? YouTube Shorts Live.
Yeah.
So normally it's just one person doing this, but they give you the option to host it with somebody else. But the only way to do any of this is on your cell phone. So we're we're sitting together, and yeah, so that's the explanation for that. Did you see Maurice Stuff commented, "How are animals you eat not victims?"
I did not see that.
Well, we just talked about this for a little bit. So,
Right?
Maurice, my question to you would be, how do you know that the plants are not victims? How do you know that the plants are not sentient, that they actually feel? There's actually evidence that they do and that they actually communicate. Just because they don't have 2 eyes and a mouth and 2 ears and a nose doesn't mean that they don't have feelings too. So, you need to prove to us that those plants aren't feeling bad when you kill them also.
Right. And I truly and wholeheartedly believe that a plant-based diet is much more inhumane and cruel to animals all around the world. I know I've talked about it before, but 70 million birds die a year from pesticide poisoning. You go in the grocery store, and unless you're eating meat like I do, the entire grocery store is filled with processed food, plants, there's vegetables, there's fruit, but everything that's in a box, what does that come from? It comes from plants that have pesticides sprayed all over them, leaving just carnage of dead animals. And I would ask anyone advocating for a plant-based diet, why is that okay? And by the way, Adam, not to get too dark, but those birds, those 70 million birds that are dying,
Hmm.
they're dying a horrible, painful death from poisoning so that people can have their salad and so that
Yep.
people can have their broccoli. I am eating one cow and we can get enough meals to feed almost my whole family from one cow. You can get like hundreds of meals from one cow that is humanely raised and it eats grass. No pesticides,
Absolutely.
no poisoning. I don't think there's anything more compassionate than that. I do agree with plant-based people and people that are passionate for animals against um, factory farms and treating animals poorly. I don't advocate for any of that. I encourage everyone, if they can, get their beef like I do, grass fed from a local farmer, regenerative, humanely raised. All the cows are named. I see them every single day. I think that's the best thing you could possibly do in the world. If you want to be alive in this world, something else is going to die. That's the food chain. It's the way it's always been. If you don't want, there's literally no way you can be alive in this world without something else dying. You can't do it. You cannot do it.
Yep. I agree.
So how can you do it most compassionately? The way I'm doing it. You may not like to hear that, but that is the God's honest truth.
Amen.
Yeah, we could go on for that about that forever.
Yeah, I could
The
keep going.
produce is full of pesticides. This is from Ellen M. The produce is full of pesticides. Plus, there's really no nutrients in soil anymore. So people that are not getting the nutrition they think are from the fruits and vegetables. Ellen, thank you for saying that. I could go on a rant on an hour for that, but you're absolutely right.
That's why we need these ruminant animals to extract what minerals and vitamins that are in the soil that's left out of it, because it's depleted already, and then it's not bioavailable to us in the plant material as much. What is it, 15%? I think up to 15% we can absorb.
Yeah.
So we need these animals to do this for us.
Yeah, and an orange that my grandmother would have eaten was full of nutrients and minerals. And I just heard this. I think Lily Kane did a video. I would need to eat 7 of those oranges today to get the same minerals and nutrients and vitamins that my grandmother would have gotten. Why is that? For the reason Ellen just mentioned. Because the soil is depleted. It's glyphosated out. It's fried. It's been chemical. There's like nothing left in it. And what would you do at a good farm? What do good farms do? They do regenerative farming. The
Mhm.
cows come around, just like Adam said, they eat the grass, they have multi-chambered stomachs, they pull the nutrients out of the grass, they poop on the ground, and the circle of life continues and continues. But they're not doing that anymore. They're planting all of these fruits and vegetables because there's such a demand for them, because 90% of the products in the grocery stores are those things.
Yep.
And they're just devoid of any nutrition whatsoever. And the thing is, it's just so crazy to me. You eat a salad, crunchy glyphosate with water. Shout out Dr. Barry. He told us that. You get 14 calories from it. The amount of energy it takes your stomach to process that salad, I guarantee you're not getting that energy from the lettuce you're eating. It's like a simple math problem that just doesn't even add up. And then on top of it, you're eating glyphosate and it's got pesticides on it and forever chemicals in it. And like Ellen said, I'll stop ranting on this, but the stuff that they're spraying on this is getting more and more. This corn that they spray glyphosate all over it, they are drenching it in glyphosate now because the weeds they're becoming super weeds and they're becoming resistant to it. And they're like, well, they've genetically modified the corn, so the glyphosate doesn't hurt the corn, but it could hurt the humans that are consuming the corn. But that just gets a complete pass. And the people doing the glyphosate, they're like, trust us, it's just fine. Have you heard people in authority that are making billions of dollars in the past ever tell you, Adam, just trust us, it'll be fine?
Yes,
Is that ever the
it
truth?
never ends.
Is that
a good
ever the
way.
truth? Yeah, it never ends well.
Man, so I gotta check. Just making sure you're still breathing. That's
That little rant.
yeah.
Oh man, don't get me started on fruits and vegetables. And cows help replenish the soil. Yes. Scandal said 30 to 20 million acres were treated with 18.7 million pounds of glyphosate annually. There's all sorts of studies coming out on glyphosate. It breaks the blood-brain barrier, causes leaky gut. There's all sorts of issues with it, but people are like, well, it's just fine. I got to eat that lettuce. It's so good for you.
Yep.
So good for you. I can't stop eating my vegetables. They're just so good for me.
Hey,
That fiber, you're getting that fiber.
absolutely.
It's incredible.
Yep. So I see Lisa Pickert is in the chat. So everybody go check out my latest video on Carnivore Today. I did in my interview with Lisa. And I want to tell you right now, this lady's absolutely incredible. She's amazing. And when I interviewed her and she said what her profession was formerly and what she does now and what she was involved in the past and what she's like got going on in the future, it just kept building and building and building and building. I'm like, holy cow, this is like one of the most interesting people in the world. I couldn't even believe it. So
She's awesome.
yeah, so go check that video out.
Shout out, check that out. Ribeye Ranger said plants are loaded with phytotoxins and anti-nutrients. They don't want to be eaten. That's why, as Oprah Winfrey said, plants are trying to kill you. Yes. Dr. Kiltz, we had him on the channel, and he told me too, there's things in there that disrupt your hormones. And they believe that's why there's a lot of prevalence of people with depression, anxiety doing a vegan diet. There's probably many reasons for it, but that was one that Dr. Kiltz was talking about, is there's lots of stuff in plants that mess with your hormones. And I believe it because I ate a ton of plants before going carnivore.
Did you like them?
No, and I was just thinking when you said earlier, you said how gross raw vegetables are. Here's a question for you, Adam. Raw broccoli versus boiled broccoli.
Oh, God.
Let's gag a little bit. I got to excuse myself.
Probably raw broccoli because the boiled broccoli smells like rotten feet.
Yes, you correct. Adam is correct. Thank you for saying that answer. I was watching this guy. I did a video and I pulled it down. This is a long story, but this guy that's he's vegan, but that's not the thing. He's trying to live forever. You've probably seen this guy. And every day he eats boiled broccoli and I think boiled cauliflower because he's
Oh,
determined
yeah,
that this is
yeah,
the best
yeah.
thing for him. And when I saw that part, I'm not exaggerating for the camera. I literally gagged a little bit when he said boiled broccoli. I'm like, oh, it's just horrible. Because it's like, what is even in the broccoli, right? And then you're boiling it, like it's all, whatever was in there is not even in there anymore. So it's just like this chunk of just pulp, like nothing. It's so, and it smells like dirty feet.
The dog's right away, so can you just tell me if they come back?
Baxter and Ray.
Yeah, they just started.
Baxter and Ray darted away, so
Every
that's
time
it.
I open the door to let them back out.
Baxter, come! He'll come back.
Whoops.
If he comes, I'll grab him.
Yeah, he's gonna want a steak later.
Yeah, I can smell something. It smells really good.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what else we got here. I talked too much, sorry. Lynn Tucker Carnivore said, even when I'm weeding and a plant pokes me, I say, plants are trying to kill me. We got to have that as like an audio thing where we could just push a button. I want to get that, and I want to get Bill Knott has entered the building that we can push every time Bill joins the chat.
It's funny you say that too, because we had a garden, during COVID and stuff like that, because, we're going to grow our own food and be self-sustaining and all that sort of thing. Little did I know how hard it was to actually do growing food, especially in the Midwest, where it's, you really only have like one or two growing cycles. There's no way you're going to feed yourself for a year unless you have a massive amount of land. But it ended up where everything was just weeds everywhere, right? And I took one of those weeding torches and freaking torched everything.
Torch the earth.
And I gave myself almost like a sinus infection from the smoke from burning all these plants. Like an idiot, I didn't wear a respirator. So yeah, they were trying to kill me then too. Actually, I was probably trying to kill myself at that point.
Right. Daniel said most vegans are unaware of what is entailed in cultivation, growth, and harvest of their diet, specifically in the amount of animal extermination. You said it 100%. They have no clue whatsoever. All right, let's see. It's your mom. Listen to former vegan Liar Keith. Yeah, she's great. I saw her on Dr. Berry. All right, I got to catch up on these comments. We're falling behind here.
I don't even know where we are.
I don't know where we are either. We're catching up on the comments here. Banu Adrian said, why do they say you get gout from meat? I don't know why they say most of the things they say, and I'm not being a complete jerk here, but most of the things they told me was not the truth and was the opposite of the truth. What I can tell you is I was told I had gout, and then I was told I didn't have gout, and then another doctor said I did have gout. Whatever it was is completely gone on carnivore, and if you want to learn more, it's hard for me. I can't do it justice, but Dr. Berry did an excellent video on gout and the true cause of gout. I would recommend just Google Dr. Berry gout.
Yeah, that's another thing that I had too. I had gout, and that's completely gone. That pain was gone probably in 2 weeks or something like that.
That's crazy. I've heard that from a lot of people too. It's so counterintuitive because when you get gout, they're like, avoid the meat, avoid the meat.
Right. Yeah.
All right, let's see here. They say, what are you doing with your life, Kerry? You should interview the channel Earther Academy. He is a doctor who was a sick vegan for 15 years, switched to carnivore and healed. He is 60 and in amazing shape, 8-pack and all. I'll have to check that out. That sounds really cool.
Our buddy Zach says, love me some eggs with paprika and cayenne pepper. I like eggs.
Yeah,
And,
eggs are great.
Paprika and cayenne peppers, actually, I like that too. I don't eat it now, but I like them.
Right. Oh, let's see where we are. Love me some red bell peppers.
I was just seeing that. Have you guys tried adding fruit or other things to the diet?
Nope. Hey, Baxter and Ray are back.
There's Baxter.
That's Ray. Baxter, come. Baxter's following behind. Ray, say hi. Ray, say hi. Where were you? Did you get a squirrel? Ray was just on a hunting expedition.
What you doing, buddy? All right, where are we at in the chat? We're gonna have to get that fire going again. It's starting to get cold.
Yeah, it's getting a little chilly out here. Hey, Kerry, I hear you and Old Man Carnivore Mitch have met or at least talked. He is awesome. Yeah, me and Mitch did a video together several months back.
You did?
Yeah.
Huh.
Adam doesn't watch the channel.
Right.
I think it was a live stream.
It's hard for me to even watch the videos that I even produce.
Mitch is awesome, man. That guy is cranking out some content now. I think he's doing a video like every day or something.
Really?
Yeah, it's like every time, like, oh, there's another one. There's another one. He's got some good videos. He's got that like 360 camera. And have you ever used one of those?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I know how it works, but like the editing's got to be crazy. He can just so he'll cook and he just has it set right there, but then he'll edit it around wherever he's going. Yeah, Mitch is great.
Fancy.
Mitch is living the life down in Florida too. All right, let's go. Dr. Nelson, Kerry Adams, survey viewers about minor benefits like sunburn, fart smells, and oral hygiene? Question mark. There we go. Anyone in the comments? You got any comments about sunburn, farts, or oral hygiene? I'm joking, but that is a great question.
Was that a real question? Or are you asking me that?
That was someone posted, but it's going by so fast now. I don't know where it went. I was trying to read more of it. HomesteadHow, hey guys, Outdoor Katie and I are going. I think Jen is posting on my account now. Hey guys, Katie and I are going for a walk, and we just posted a short. I'm going to be doing a video on Friday for my 20th day. All right, I guess
Sweet.
Jen just hacked into my account and mentioned that she posted a short now. So go drop off here and check out that short.
Smart.
Yeah. Cranky Carnivore said I got a good sunburn while weeding, shirtless for 4 hours in southern Arizona. My aloe vera took care of the pain.
Nice. Hey, Todd, I see you there, buddy.
We got
That's how a double vertical live looks. Yes. It's and it doesn't go live to both channels. It's just whoever starts, and then you can co-host or whatever, invite somebody else, and it doesn't stream to their channel. So just know that.
Todd, in other words, it's a mess. It's a big mess.
Yeah.
The comments fly by and we're looking at the wrong people. But other than that, you think YouTube would be able to figure some of this stuff out? Karen Perry asked, so do you guys eat eggs on carnivore? Most carnivores eat eggs, beef, butter, bacon, eggs. For most of my carnivore journey for over a year now, I've eaten eggs almost every single day. But I did lion diet for a while and I didn't. But most carnivores eat eggs. Eggs are great. Some people don't eat eggs because they're trying to do a total elimination diet or they have an autoimmune disorder, things like that. But if you don't have any of those, most people do fine on eggs. I personally like the yolks myself. Well, this is a new question. Out of curiosity, I'm still in the first 3 weeks of carnivore and I keep getting the hiccups. Anyone else experience hiccups in the beginning stages? I've never heard of that one. That's a new one. Carnivore
No.
hiccups. Baxter, come.
Heard of that.
Sorry.
Yeah, I think hiccups are, what is it? They say it's a result of low oxygen or something.
Something
Your
like
body's
that.
trying
Yeah.
to get more oxygen. So maybe try to do some breathing exercises to help that. No clue, actually. So, I'm not a doctor. Don't take that as advice.
Right. Marilyn C. After a year on carnivore, my arthritis went completely away.
Nice.
That is a game changer. Hoosier Carnivore Brett said, I spent a day at the beach in Florida, wore a tallow-based sunscreen, and didn't get burnt in the slightest. There you go.
Nice. Yeah, I don't get sunburn either. Like I've always been able to stay out in the sun a lot longer than most people, but I would still burn. Like to the point where, like when I was a kid, I get burnt, and then like a few days later, you could peel the skin like off your back, and it was like the real fun ones. Like an entire sheet of skin. So I would burn, but now I don't. Like I can literally stay out the entire day, and I don't burn whatsoever. I might get red in the face because I'm hot, but then after a couple hours, it goes away.
Right. I wonder if it's the fiber that's causing the sunburn.
Possibly, or the paprika.
I'm reading some of these questions here. Yeah. There's something with it. I'm telling you. Too much sun causes skin cancer. Yeah.
Right.
I wonder what did they do before suntan lotion came out in the 1930s, Adam? Were people just dropping dead from skin cancer left and right?
I don't know.
I think they were dropping like flies.
The Egyptians. I mean,
it's
a wonder that they ever did anything,
right?
And just didn't die.
Yeah.
So much sun,
My Amish friend, I gotta take you to the Amish community. My Amish buddy down the road, huge Amish community. None of them ever. They would actually. He would probably smack me in the face if I said, "Do you wear suntan lotion?" And he's a very nice man. They never wear suntan lotion. The Amish, and they're literally outside from morning till night, from dusk till dawn. They're outside the entire time.
What kind of cancer do they have?
They're dropping like flies. They're dying left and right. None of them have cancer. It's crazy. I don't know what it is.
Wow.
Something weird going on there. It's weird too because on carnivore, so many people overcome all of these weird skin issues like rosacea and psoriasis. They have all these skin issues that go away. So you think it would stand to reason if you're doing carnivore, maybe there's something weird going on with your skin because of the foods you're eating before, whether it's the seed oils or the inflammation or a combination of many of those things.
Yep.
Seems to make perfect sense to me. Speaking of carnivores don't get sunburned, here's a shameless plug. I have a podcast. A lot of people don't know this.
Yes.
It's a podcast. It's some of the interviews that we do. It's an audio version. It's on Apple. It's on Android. It's on Spotify. There's usually a link in the description, although it'd probably be on my other video. I don't know if it'll be on this one, but the name of that podcast is Carnivores Don't Sunburn, which is I love that name because it fires so many people up. People get so mad about that.
Let's see.
The Amish live a great life. Yeah, Adam, we got to go check out my Amish friend. So
Yeah.
when JT was over, they put him to work. We need to keep you to work with the camera, not the moving ice blocks. But
Right.
after I left last time, he called me. This is my friend William, who's Amish. They got 10 kids.
Wow.
He called me afterwards, and because I got there, he's like, "Wow, Kerry, I could barely recognize you. You lost so much weight." Well, afterwards, he called back, and they have phones, but they're down by the road. They don't have them in their house, and you can't call them back.
Right.
So you got to be home when William calls. I wasn't home, Jen was, but he called and he said, Can Kerry come back? I want to talk to him more about that carnivore diet he's doing."
Mm.
That was one, and number two was they went from feeding their cows, their cattle, um, grains. They're going grass fed.
Oh, nice.
And so he wanted to talk more about that. I'm like, I'd like to eat some of it.
Yeah. Plant
So
some grass.
yeah.
Get her done.
10 children, that's beautiful. Yes, 10 blessings. They're the nicest, sweetest family. We had them actually over here when I was pre-carnivore, and we made them pizzas right on this little pizza maker. But then we went to their house and they made us venison. This was also pre-carnivore a couple of years ago. But yeah, they're awesome. I did a YouTube video for people that used to watch my homesteading YouTube channel, and William taught me how to ride an Amish horse and buggy. Jen was in the buggy with me filming the whole ordeal. I had a GoPro set up on the front of it, and it was sketchy. It was very sketchy. He was like halfway through it, he was like, "Dude, just chill out, all right? They can sense your fear." It's like my 9-year-old would be much better doing this than you. You're like freaking out, and the horse can sense it. You can't just relax a little bit.
Right.
You drive that thing right out on the road next to traffic going 55. I just pulled right out into the road with it. That was a lot of fun though.
Let's see. Diana or Laura. What does it say? Oh, she's talking to somebody else. Lyral Price says my asthma is nearly non-existent on carnivore. One of the huge reasons I started it. A bit of stress in my life at the moment, so having some asthma but not needing to treat. That's awesome. I love that.
Cool stuff. Man, I wish Zach Miller would come back. He was having such good comments before. Now he's not saying anything. He hasn't said a peep.
Wish Zach Brown would come back.
Right?
He's got a great band.
Zach Miller, if you're out there, please leave more comments. You were such a good conversation earlier.
So Dara says, "Is carno rash a thing? Are we healing and possibly releasing toxins?" You can probably talk on that one.
Which one was that? Sorry, I was reading a different one.
Dara Sarah.
Is carnal rash a thing as we are healing and possibly releasing toxins? Yes, I have heard that from a couple people, actually just recently. And I think it probably is toxins. And like I was saying earlier, I'm 43 years old. So 42 years of my life, I was eating toxins and garbage and processing that stuff out. I definitely think that's probably what it is. Some people maybe oxalates, but maybe you're just processing some toxins and hopefully it won't last too long. And that seems to be the case for other people. It doesn't last too long.
It happened to me. So yeah, it's entirely possible. But it did take about 3 months for that to go away, but it's gone now.
I don't know what happened to Zach Miller. Maybe he had too much fiber.
No, I see him in there.
No, he's gone. He's completely
Oh, is he?
disappeared. No more
Oh,
comments.
must be way up in the comments. No, there he is.
No, he's gone.
Well, oh. Nice.
Yeah, he's not gonna. When you're on all that fiber, you have trouble with the brain fog and cognition
Yeah.
and stuff like that. It
Yeah.
gets tough.
Well, I think you have fat fingers too.
Right.
Oops.
Dr. Nelson, shout out Nelson Vasquez, MD. More studies are needed, but it seems that all autoimmune and allergic problems get better on carnivore. Yeah, I heard Dr. Chafee the other day. He was talking about Crohn's disease and people that were coming into him for help he said something like it was almost like 100% people, 99% of people with Crohn's disease that adopt a carnivore diet, it goes away, which is just insane to me. There's so many people in the world right now that are clueless to this and that are on medications and that are suffering horribly. Like,
Mhm.
man, Crohn's disease can be a really, really bad thing for so many people. Dr. Chafee's like, everyone I talk to that does Crohn's, they do carnivore, it's gone. It's just gone forever. We got some heavy duty birds out here now. I'm waiting for Adam to hear. Anyone know about the whippoorwill? We've got whippoorwills around here. Sound like a car alarm going off. Adam hasn't heard one yet. Normally we get them around this time of night, so maybe we'll have one come in here.
I want to hear one because I heard that bird mentioned in a country song. Who sang that?
The whippoorwill country song? I don't know. I remember you saying
Like
that.
Alan Jackson or something, or I don't remember who it was. But ever since I heard that word, I'm like, I need to hear one of them things. I guess I could go to Google.
Right?
Yeah, or YouTube.
Yeah. Miss Jackson said, all those salads I was eating on keto caused me to have arthritis in my spine. But now that I am carnivore, my arthritis pain is gone. Don't ever want to go back to eating plants. I 100% agree. That really hits me, Miss Jackson, too, because it was the same thing for me. And I get so angry when people come on and they tell me all the time, Adam, they're like, you would have done the same thing if you just ate plants and got rid of the sugar and the junk food. No, Dr. Berryfinger. I did ketogenic diet very strictly for a long time. Salad for lunch, salad for dinner. I'd have some Brussels sprouts or some nasty broccoli and a little bit of protein. It was mostly plant-based. It was mostly salads. And I had arthritis in my lower back and I had it in my foot so bad they thought it was gout. They thought I needed surgery. Completely gone on carnivore. It was the vegetables I was eating, the produce that's completely permeated with all sorts of pesticides and glyphosate and garbage.
I'm at 2% on my phone.
Yeah, we should probably wrap this up. How are the mosquitoes, Adam? How are the mosquitoes?
They're gone now.
They're gone now. They were
At
out
least I can't
earlier.
see them now.
Which is crazy because I told Adam when he was coming up here, I'm like, we got snow on the ground. Like a couple days ago, we had snow on the ground, and it's just been beautiful out for 2 days. Amazing how fast those mosquitoes come back. All right, let's see here.
Hello, Alia.
Alia's in the house.
Yep.
Alia Wells, hello, hello. So what is the number one Dr. Barry finger? What does it mean? Dr. Barry does this in a lot of his thumbnails, and I love Dr. Barry, and I started copying him. And my family, they don't like Dr. Barry very much, and they don't like me very much because I watch nonstop Dr. Barry videos. I kept doing this to the girls and to Jen anytime I would have to say something. And then I was very blessed and fortunate. Adam and I were both to meet Dr. Ken Barry, and I told him that story. And at the end, he said, "Hey, we got to take a selfie together." And I did it. He's like, "You're doing it wrong." And he said, "You got to put the Dr. Barry finger up." And so we both put the Dr. Barry finger up, and it was freaking awesome. It was great.
It was awesome.
Dr. Barry is amazing. Obviously, I don't have to say that, but everyone always says, "Adam, you meet your heroes and you're always disappointed." I wasn't disappointed with Dr. Barry. He was absolutely incredible.
Awesome, dude.
All right, should we wrap her up there? Adam's phone's about to die. We've been on here for 97 minutes, Adam.
It's crazy.
We got to go and film this documentary for you guys some more. We're literally got to go film some more stuff. Interview upstairs. We did a members only. I've done 2 now. Some pictures. I got a members only video we'll be doing as well. So thank you so much to all the members. We got a lot more members only content coming up.
Absolutely.
We're going down south. We're going to Hack Your Health. We're going to Boston. We got Adam. What are we doing? We are literally like one thing after the other coming up. We're filming here. We're filming there. We're filming there.
Yep.
We're going into overdrive doing this documentary for sure. So. But we're doing a lot of members only behind the scenes stuff. We couldn't do this without the memberships and the super chats and the t-shirt purchases. So thank you so much. Last thing I'll say, Dr. Berryfinger, Adam is coming. We have a meetup this Saturday. JT's family, me, my family. Adam's coming too. It's in Thiensville, Wisconsin. I have the link. You go on my community tab or you go look at one of my previous videos. The link is in several of the videos. It is on Saturday. There's going to be a bunch of people there. It's going to be so much fun. We're going to be going around. I'm going to have my Netflix, I'm going to have my YouTube camera, do some YouTube videos. We're going to talk carnivore. We're going to get pictures taken. It's going to be a blast. I'm bringing a little grill, bringing some meat. We're going to eat some steaks. It's going to be a lot of fun. So if anyone wants to join us, Wisconsin, it's just outside of Milwaukee, Thiensville, Wisconsin. So thank you guys so much. Appreciate y'all.
Much love. See you later. Beep.
Beep, beep, beep. Your phone's going to auto beep by itself.